Hi, welcome back to RealmTale. In the last episode, we worked on this beautiful mega bridge here, which just makes it easier for residents of the city, which is mostly me, to make it from the city to the tunnel in the distance to go off and do other things. And in today's episode, we're going to do a world tour of my base, mostly. Maybe we'll get to the world if we have time. I don't want to make this video too long. Now, the reason for the base tour is I'm heading off to college soon, which means I'm not going to be around my house to record at my computer and do all that stuff. I'll be off grinding off in college, so probably a lack of videos will proceed. Hopefully it won't be the end of the channel, because I really do love recording stuff. But yeah, they're definitely going to be few and far between here. So I'm just going to kind of show off what I've built, give one last tour, and hopefully be back in a while. So here we go. Let's start with the city. We have obviously the mega skyscraper. This thing is called Josh Tower. I love this skyscraper. I mean, I live in here all the time. I have all my storage up here. Everything is kind of situated up here. You know, all your chests here. I mean, I'm just kind of look at the blocks here if you guys ever want to copy the storage for whatever reason. We also have some bulk storage for gravel, terracotta, grass blocks, and netherrack. On this side, we have my lounge. My lounge is actually pretty solid. I actually really like the way this turned out. We have a lot of cool things in here. We have, you know, subscribe poster, a whole ton of cats, Michelangelo, Grape, Drisha, Mittens, Puss in Boots. We got Nighty over here, Milo, Simone. We have a nice lamp. We have some nice artwork here. We have a Rick Astley dedicated joke here. I'm not going to read it out loud, but if you want to pause and read it. We also have one about Rick Astley's roof here. Also pretty funny there. We have the Astley paradox, all sorts of Rick Astley related stuff. We have a nice picture frame here of Believe. That's pretty cool. We also have Le Charles Poler. That's rotten flesh in French. Nice there. We also have a QR code. I dare you to scan it. I dare you. We also have a link to a very interesting video along with the shulker box, which sings some very interesting lyrics here that I'm sure you can kind of put together by now. I also have some more dogs, you know, pancakes, waffles, French toast, and omelet. And here is the map of the city, which we're currently in the mega tower. We have Timber, my dog in real life, a couple more custom heads here, a cake on the table, some more dogs over here, Bone Crusher, Calvin, Lollipop, and Fido, another artwork here, some more heads, and of course a copper golem fully oxidized. This is a pretty cool data pack we have here on the server, and then also some more custom heads kind of rounds off this area. Really happy with this. I went crazy with custom heads, just experimenting with it. Pretty cool area there. But that is basically the whole mega tower. I mean, there's not much to the mega tower. It's pretty hollow on the inside. It's just the repetitive rebuilding the same floor over and over again. The only thing that's cool to add here is in here. This is the nether portal. This is where I come out here. Sign is still there. I love it to death. And we have my piglin trap. It makes a little ding, and I wonder how much gold we've collected in it. Not too bad, actually. Quite a few things. We also have another wither rose in here, so I'm going to actually take that out and grab that. That's the power of the free cam right there. You can see all your stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And that just traps all the piglins. Now let's move on to the other things. I was going to go in order of the way I've built it, but this Josh Tower was actually not the first thing built in Josh City. It was this building. The CGF building. This is my creeper gunpowder farm here, and it's a hotel. It's looking nice. We have the gunpowder collection in here, and then we even have the bulk storage in the back here, which just collects a whole ton of gunpowder here. It's not much to it. It's kind of just the same repetitive floors up and up and up. We kind of have a helicopter launch pad up here. I was gonna build a helicopter, which would then also double as my AFK platform up here, but I never got around to that because I'm lazy. But yeah, it kind of is a pretty fully functioning gunpowder farm. And if we come down here, I showed this off last episode, we have the secret disc area back here, and we can divert creepers into this chamber, which a skeleton with a fire bow will shoot off the TNT, killing creepers in mass to just get a whole ton of discs here. It's a bad example. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty solid over here. Alright, that is the CGF building, I think, all shown off there. I'm super happy with this one. Again, one of the first buildings. It's more wider. I think it's probably one of the bigger buildings. Probably most blocks placed on that building, besides the main one. But yeah, it's pretty wide as well. I think I'm going to move on here to the other side. We have the villager corner. We have the villager apartment complex right here. So this one's pretty cool. It's got the villager face on it. Whole ton of area in here. Then this building is still pretty messy. It's got, you know, netherrack in here, all of that stuff, but there's just a whole ton of villagers in here being mass traded in. You know, they're all named, they're all silent, so I don't have to deal with the whole, oh, I just heard one of them do a noise. I don't know which one that was, but yeah, it's pretty annoying. But yeah, there they are. They're all just kind of bunched up in there. I have a whole ton of villagers. That's kind of the main base floor here. There's even a pool in the back. And then every single floor up here is exactly the same because they are meant to be lived in. So they're all the same. This floor actually above me is the one exception. This is T's room. This is her floor, and she kind of has a little bit more decoration here, which is pretty solid. It's never good to snoop in someone's living room, but yeah, that is the villager complex. It's pretty solid. I really like this building. It turned out pretty cool. Grass roof here, and not to mention, I've just kind of been jumping right over it, but all the terraforming. Let's not forget all the terraforming. It was heavily done here. All of it was a lot of effort in here just to make it. That's different, just to make it a little bit more random. And yeah, it just kind of blends it all together. We'll move on here. This is not the order we built it. I think the melon pumpkin building was next, directly after the villager one here, which we're gonna skip real quick. I have an alarm going off. Whoa. Like I was saying before that alarm went off, by the way, that alarm just told you guys to subscribe. Anyways, the melon pumpkin building. This is my melon and pumpkin farms. Of course, the MP building. That's what that stands for right there. We have a nice little split pathway. One of the only buildings that kind of has a pathway like this leads in here. We got a whole ton of melon storage on this side and pumpkin storage on the other side. Big mention to the roofs here, which are different colors. I'm going to use the free game here just so you can see the farms. Look at all this melon farm up here, and then on the other side, pumpkin farm. Actually only one side for the pumpkins because I don't need that many pumpkins for the villagers, which are over in the building, which is nice. I can just make a quick trip over, fly through the doors here, and be ready to trade. Next up, cactus building. This doesn't really have a name, but I like to just call it the cactus building. It's pretty cool looking. I guess it would be considered an apartment building, but yeah, I really love this kind of grass design here. It's pretty solid too. I really like the mixture of quartz here, just kind of outshoots here. You have all these balconies here. You can fly in here, and you'll see we have some cactus here, some cactus rugs as well. And wrong side, we have all the cactus getting stored up in here as well, which actually have a whole ton of it. I don't think I'd ever need this much cactus. At most, I need 2 double chests, but you know, it's always good to have extra just in case. Now flying up here, we can see that this quadrant is mostly finished here. Nice spruce tree outline. Again, there's just so much stuff I'm going to just quickly glaze over, like all these trees. These took me like 5 minutes a piece to build. But I'm just going to go right over them. But yeah, there's just a lot of little tiny details just in this entire quadrant that I'm not even going to talk about. But just know they're there and I care about them. So you should too. Anyways, let's go back over to the rocket corner. We talked about the CGF building, which is my gunpowder farm, but let's talk about the sugar scraper. That's got its name right there. It is my sugarcane building, of course. It is, I love this thing. This is probably one of my favorite builds. I love lime green, obviously, look at my chest. But yeah, the lime green used on this building to obviously demonstrate the sugarcane, insane. Plus this farm is just, it cooks. It's got a whole ton of stuff in there as well. But yeah, it's a great farm. It's obviously gets me a whole ton of sugarcane, and I just love the lime look. Plus there's a basketball court, and I do love me some basketball. Here, let's pick up the ball and see if we can make a basket. It'd be a shame not to try. Yes, it's my head. Did I make it? Or did I get stuck on the rim? Oh, I have no idea. I think I got stuck. You know what? That was our first shot ever. I don't know if the ball went there. Whatever. Anyways, that is the sugarcane farm. It's very similar to kind of the pool from the other building, but instead of a pool, we have a basketball court. And yeah, sugar scraper. Love that farm. Anyways, I think that's that quadrant, and this quadrant mostly finished. Again, I'm gonna not even talk about it, but the terraforming here, did this on a live stream, and it was a grind. But yeah, there we go. Let's move over to another one of my favorite quadrants, Space Pigs. This is obviously the Space Pigs HQ here. This is kind of the hub. We have a launch pad up here, which has some fire. I wonder why that's there. Oh, right, way up here, you might have seen it earlier. We have a rocket. There it is, the rocket that has a pig up here, and he's been up here basically since we've launched him. And yeah, he just sat up here. My friend's Foodie and T helps me launch this guy. I don't know if he has a name. Oh, there we go. Let's use the free cam and check. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he's just unnamed up here, but yeah, he's vibing. He loves it up there, and I love this build. Let's kind of go in more depth here. I really like the base here. It's kind of slanted over. There's these 2 archways, and then the actual hub itself is over here, and you can actually get into the hub, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can land it. Oh, nice. Okay, and get in here. It is pretty crowded. There's a lot of pigs. I tried my best to keep them back from the doors, but they always seem to bunch up there. There's a pink sheep. Well, I don't want to talk about it. And then yeah, just a whole ton of pigs in here. My favorite Easter egg is way up here. I moved some more up here into the command center. We have Fat Albert, we have Major Bacon, and we have Captain Boris Bon Pork Chop, all taking center at the HQ, kind of the, I don't know what that's called. Move out of my way, pig. And that is Space Pigs. There's also kind of a pink there to kind of represent the pink from the pigs. And we have a Space Pigs Fire Department. In case something goes wrong at Space Pigs, we got to make sure we have fire trucks ready to be deployed, which they're kind of sat in here 3 of the exact same things. You are kind of blocked by the garage doors, which is why this one's open. You can drive down here. We even got some stop signs over there, which I'm super happy with. And then, yeah, this place is also pretty cool. There's some skeleton horses in here, which all have, again, names. Will Run for Food, User Friendly, Liam Nason, Rainbow Unicorn, Forest Jump, Rusty Saddle. I think there's another one. Colt Kardashian, you know, all sorts of ones there. But yeah, that is Space Pig's Corner. Really happy with this one as well. Again, the grass on the roofs, I've kind of glossed over that, but every single building kind of has the leaf spam on the roof here. So let's go over to my newest corner. This one's kind of unfinished, but again, really cool corner here. We have the Iron Ink building, which is my iron farm inside. This farm is not very productive. Kind of messed up when building it. A lot of iron golems, yeah, get stuck on the edge here when they spawn, and it kind of ruins the rates. But yeah, it's still a good farm nonetheless. It's got some iron in there, but yeah, it's solid. I really like the building as well. It's one of the only buildings I didn't plan out beforehand. Every single building you see here, I planned out except for this one. So, you know, it might not be the best in your guys' eye, but I like it that way. And then we have the casino. The casino is pretty solid. I actually know a couple people come over here and just use the 50-50 gambling machines here, which have a chance to double your diamond or lose your diamond. We also have the stat poker game, so let's generate a new theme just for funs. All right, wolves killed, and we would play lowest, so I probably wouldn't do too well there. I think I have a lot of wolves killed, but yeah, we have a nice casino in here. I love the interior, and yeah, this thing is awesome. I love it. Also has the grass, or the leaf roofs here. We also have the honey farm. The honey farm is pretty small, but yeah, Honey Ink is pretty solid. We just have a bee farm in here, which collects some honey as well. Not much to show off there. Again, this corner is not finished because I'm still debating whether or not to add a building. I know I won't have time because, again, I'm going off to college soon, but you never know. Down the line, I might add a building over here, so I don't want to terraform it yet, knowing I might just cover up the terraformed area either way. Plus, I might expand the size of the museum due to 1.20 coming out eventually. We might update for that as well. In here, the museum is another build I just entered. We have the Villager, Wandering Trader, Wall of Murder. We have the Everything exhibit, so I just collected like every single block in the game in here. I'm not going to point out every single thing in every chest, but yeah, it's a lot of things. So yeah, we even got all the discs and stuff. So yeah, it was a rough build. All the colored blocks, everything like that. Yeah. It was a rough challenge there, but I'm excited for 1.20 to get all the shards and stuff. We have the Friendship Barrel. All these things are kind of giving me memories as I go through it. I'm not sad. I'm not cracking up. I'm happy. There we go. Josh's bow collection, the old bows. And then the dragon when we killed it in a boat. The Blue Axolotl saga, that was a whole thing. Some rare items in here as well, like the block from 00, the map ID with ID number 69. Some rare arrows as well, notch apples, and then the double ferns. Then let's move down to the animal exhibit. I absolutely love this build as well. So let's get out our Access Emeralds, which you can buy in the shopping district. Hopefully we'll be able to make it there as well. We have Freddy. He's just, you know, just an animatronic entertainer for children. We have Ice Bear. He's a descendant from just Desmond and Bartholomew from RealmTale Season 1. I'm not going to gloss over every single thing, but, you know, Brown Panda. We have a brown, wait, that's the brown panda. That's a brown mushroom. We have a charged creeper. He was a pain. Snow fox, actually not that hard. Pink sheep, we needed a filler. Guardian, probably the worst one so far. The stray, that was pretty easy. The husk was not too challenging either. It was a little rough, but not horrible. We have the Enderman, also not terrible. We have Brutus, also not terrible, weirdly enough. The skeleton horse was not bad. This guy was not bad to transport. We have an ocelot. He's kind of new. I don't think I've shown him off ever before, but yeah, this is Puerto Rico. This ocelot is from Josh's starter jungle. So are the logs, which are authentic logs from the starter house that I have, which I haven't shown off either. I got to do that as well. And then we have Danny Phantom, who is definitely the worst guy to get in here. But yeah, that are all of the mobs there. I'm pretty happy with the way this mob museum turned out. Sad to have to depart from it, but there we go. Let's move on. Let's move on to these windmills. These are huge windmills to give the city power. The power, of course, is in air quotes because the city doesn't really need power. But yeah, it's to give the illusion. Same thing with these solar panel lights over here as well. And you may have noticed I just flew over this building. This is a very awesome building. If you don't know what it is, maybe this jingle will help you out. yes, it's Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Absolutely love this build. Got a whole evil layer in here, and then up here as well, you can move up and you'll see more of the evil layer. And yeah, just a fun build that I did just to, again, add some more buildings in this section. This was pretty much the only section I had unplanned. The only thing I had an idea for was the casino and some sort of build for the iron farm. So over here as well, you'll see the road ditches past the solar panels I just showed off. We have a tunnel, kind of like what we have on the other side of the city as well. All the roads have been lit up here on the sides, which all the carpet, and we can even have the underground area. Under here we have some graffiti on the walls here, and we have a secret button that leads us to the underbelly of the city. Now, if you have any idea how the city was built, again, it's all been terraformed over just normal land. So it's pretty crazy to kind of fly under here and see what it all looks like, because yeah, this is kind of like the guts of things. There's like the animal exhibit, the redstone fort and all that. We have the casino redstone over there, and just a whole pretty cool experience. I mean, there's a ton of torch spam under here just to light it up, because this would be a mob farm, but it's pretty cool to see. We have a small wool farm over here, which I'm just not even going to point out. Not much to share there, but it's pretty cool to look at. As the sun's going down, let's do one last fly around over the bridge, which was from the last episode. But yeah, this also leads to a tunnel that doesn't really go anywhere. We'll fly under the bridge, and I can admire all of my stonework on the edges of here, which is a grind and a half to do. Of course, this has all been terraformed because it's been lifted off the ground, so there's a lot of grass hills here. Kind of one area that I've never shown off before is this secret button. It opens up a area which can also lead you to the underbelly of the city. I was hoping to make some sort of small village under there, and it would be kind of cool to move the villagers from the village way off in this direction into the area underneath the city. I think it would be kind of cool. Never got around to doing it because it's a big grind there. But yeah, here is the village that has kind of just been used to kidnap the villagers from the beginning. That's basically the city in short. I could go way more in depth with everything, but it's just a lot of builds, like all these trees and all the terracotta needed to build it all. Absolutely massive compared to last season's base. So yeah, it's been a grind and a half. All right, now let's move on to other things that are just more fun, to be honest. We have this area which was my old disc collection area, still used, kind of somewhat barely now that I have the actual disc farm. If we fly in this direction, not too far from the city, you'll see that the village just disappeared. You'll notice a huge flattened grass area. This was my old grass collecting area. I've since moved on. I kind of want an area farther from the city, just for vanity reasons, really. You can never see that area from my city, but that's just where I've gathered a whole ton of grass. Now, as we pass Doofenshmirtz building, we can fly in this direction, and there's another grass mining area over here. And when I mean a grass mining area, this one is significantly bigger. If you think that's it, no, that's just another area. This area has been ripped to shreds. I mean, this whole area has just been destroyed in all needs of grass for the city. Grass is one of my most placed blocks in the city. I never thought it would be, but it is. So yeah, this area has been decimated in return for grass. That's everything nearby. That's in close proximity to fly to from the mega base. So let's go through the city from Josh City into the Nether. So this is my Nether portal. It's a J. This is backwards. It's a J. Yeah, it's nice. And we follow the green carpet in. We have kind of the Nether hub here, which I'm super happy we did it on the roof. It's pretty cool. I kind of like the access to portals. You don't have to fly through the actual Nether. I'm going to go to this portal, which is my starter base portal. This is Josh and Worstbit. That's who I based up with for the first couple weeks of the server. I was living out of a small little house, which is kind of cool. It's right here. This is it. Yeah, this is where I lived for the first couple episodes of the season until roughly episode 6 or 7 when I started process of the mega base. The old storage system, it was what, 20 chests, and my old mine all the way down here. I'm going to use a free cam just so I don't have to walk all the way down here. The very first cactus farm, that was just to set up the new cactus farm. We have the old zombie XP farm, which I owe a lot of credit to starting off my XP early on, and then my mine down here. I wonder if we can see it. Yeah, this has been strip mined for a while. The chunks won't even load how far it goes, but yeah, a lot of strip mining in there. So that's pretty cool to see. The old friendship barrel as well, and then also my old villagers as well, which are pretty cool. Yeah, we kind of also have Worstbit's area up here. Again, he was kind of my base buddy, the old mushrooms. Oh man, I'm just kind of glazing over everything right now. Just real quick, just pointing it out, but it's kind of memories are flooding back in because this was early season, almost a year ago, roughly 10 months or so from date of recording this. So let's fly over here. Normally you could take the Nether, but you can also fly over here. I was in very close flying distance of the shopping district early on, but here it is. Shopping district is very much dead. There's only like 5 or so shops. This is one of them. This is my goat horn shop. I wonder if I have made any profits. I doubt it highly. But yeah, the goat horn. Oh, never. What the? Someone bought a goat horn. A couple goat horns. 8 diamonds. Let's go. That's free money. Yeah, but the shopping district is pretty much dead. The rocket farm. This is where you can buy access to the mob museum, which I doubt. Never mind, I doubted wrong. I don't wonder who this was. Maybe Funi and T? I don't know. I have no idea who those people were. But yeah, that's the shopping district. Pretty bland there. But we have the minigame district, which is a little bit more vibrant. We have an old 2023 thing from when New Year's hit. Probably will change to 2024 when that happens. We also have the 5 hidden buttons game. This is another thing I've done. Both games played are on my channel here. This was a lot of fun. I really love that idea for a mini game here. So you can just go through the areas and you have to find the buttons in each room, and it's a lot of fun. I highly suggest you guys trying to make it something like this in your worlds, because it's just a lot of fun to do with friends. It's a lot of fun to try and brainstorm ways to hide buttons, stuff like that. So that's the minigame district. I think that's really also everything I've done in the minigame district and covered. Posting Josh here to tell you that I did miss something. The Secret Santa sleigh is in the background here. I don't know how I missed it, but if you want to see more about that, check out episode 11. If you guys check out my second channel, there's a lot of videos over there where I just play games in the minigame district uncut. So I suggest checking out a lot of gameplay over there. Let's look at the spawn island, which is actually vibrant green. You think that this might have taken a while. No, this was done on day 1, within an hour of the server even starting. So this is a perfect space to just go over stuff in my ender chest. I think this is a cool part of any world tour to just kind of do. This is my valuable stuff. I don't have nearly as much diamonds as I did last season, but you know, that's okay. We don't worry about the diamonds. We have a whole ton of backup elytras in here, which I've currently on my 4th backup, so 5th backup, I think. How many backups are there? Yeah, that's a lot. And then there's some more other goodies in here, such as this map. Oh, this is just a blue one, in case I want to make infinity room. But yeah, a whole ton of stuff there. My utility box, which has a lot of broken tools. You'll see just kind of backup silk picks, backup fortune picks, stuff like that. That chicken just moved me. Get out of here. Nah, you die for that. We also have, you know, a Trader Terminator sword, which is pretty awesome. Funi made that for me. Except it's not compatible with Fresh Animations, which is a resource pack I use for mobs. So I'd prefer the Fresh Animations pack over the sword. So that's why I use it. We also have 2 tridents, crossbows, bows, the JFK experience. We don't talk about that. Swift sneak pants, golden shades, a turtle helmet, other stuff in here I don't really need to talk about. My redstone box, my red wires, very basic. My wood to go, also pretty basic. My torches, again, pretty basic, but it's always good to have lights. Rockets, again, also pretty basic, but I'll place them anyways just for you guys. Culinary cuisine, and just extra food, which I'm basically using baked potatoes recently, just to get rid of them because I have a whole ton of my storage. Carrots of gold, that's just my golden carrots. My IKEA Build-A-Beacon, which just contains beacons in case I need it. My tunes, which are just my records here. So these are all the vanilla ones, and then more tunes, which are the custom RealmTale ones as well. We have the Did You Happen to Unalive box, which is just backup gear. Pretty self-explanatory there. We have the Adopt Don't Shop box, which is in case I want to get a pet. I have some name tags, anvils, horse armor, bones, seeds, fish, whatever needed for that. Bro, these chickens, I'm trying to do something. Ammunition, backup arrows just in case. We have the Signing the World, which is just signs and dies in case I want to place a sign down. We have totems, which are just backup totems. Bro, do you mind? And then we also have the diamonds, this other stuff. We have Josh Pack, which may have some special axolotls. Sorry, Summit.